Thera stood near the platform with her satchel at her hip, while the yard filled for the ceremony. "Stand straight, human. If they smell fear, they will enjoy it." "I am standing straight. You should not have come up this close to the platform. I was told to tend anyone who collapsed." That was before Halden walked in. Does he make a habit of causing medical events? He walks in, and people remember how to lower their eyes. Good. Then perhaps they will remember to stop blocking my supplies. Hush. I didn't say I was afraid. Thera, I know my name. Bootsteps crossed the yard. Heads dipped before Tobin Halden even reached the platform. Tobin Halden, I am here. Step forward and speak before the pack. He stepped up without flourish. I have bled for this border. I have buried our dead. I will hold the line if you give me permanent command. Beside Thera, someone muttered. He sounds like he's chewing old nails. He always does. Then Tobin stopped. What is that? He caught a scent. No, not just something. Don't look at her. He is looking. His next inhale caught, small and wrong. Tobin, I know. Then say it. He opened his mouth, then closed it. There is no bond. What? He felt it. Everyone saw him feel it. There is no bond, Tobin said, voice flat. Do not turn one stray scent into pack business. Stray, his gaze cut to her. Step back, healer. The whisper twisted through the crowd. That's the human he wouldn't claim. I heard. Poor fool. Do not pity me. You're white as the washing eye. I said, do not pity me. An alarm horn split the yard. Border breach. North markers down. Tobin orders? All patrols with me, move. He was already turning when one of the wolves barked after him. You reject her and run? I go where the wounded will fall. Not to me, Thera said. You do not come to me for comfort after that. I asked for none. No, you left me standing there for all of them. Lock the infirmary. Treat whoever comes back alive. And when this is done, I leave. Do your job, Thera. I always do. That is more than I can say for everyone on this platform. He went with the others. The horn kept sounding. By morning, the infirmary stank of blood, boiled water, and panic. Hold him down. He'll bite. Then give him leather, not my wrist. Breathe, Bram. Look at me, not the blood. It won't stop. It will. Pressure here. Higher. Yes. There. Mara. If you faint, do it away from my table. I'm not fainting. You are bargaining with it. Don't. Boil more water. Thera. His chest. I hear him, sir. With the cracked ribs, if you keep trying to sit up, I will tie you down with your own shirt. You dare? I've been awake 20 hours. Test me. Brom quieted. Mara stopped fluttering and reached for the kettle. He's breathing easier. Good. Keep your hands where I put them. Next bandage. More boots at the door. Someone by the herb shelf turned too fast and knocked a spoon to the floor. The war leader. He's hurt. He keeps knocking hands away. He can try that with me. They returned. Tobin, sit. I'm standing. You're bleeding through 2 layers. Sit before you put blood on my floor. I have patrol reports too. You have a wound under the ribs. It's dirty. It's warming already. Sit down or fall down. I need the bench either way. He looked around the crowded room, jaw tight. Out. They need treatment. Not them, the watchers. Out. One woman lingered at the curtain until Thera looked up. Then she went. Tobin sat, stiff with anger and pain. You'd sooner tear the stitches than let me see you like this. I would rather not feed gossip. You managed that well enough last night. Can you close it? Yes. Then do it. With terms. You are in no position. No. You are in exactly the position to listen. I will treat you. I will join your patrol assignment if the wound needs watching, but I will not be hidden, quietly used, or publicly dismissed again. You choose your timing well. I choose it now, while you're bleeding on my table." She peeled back the torn cloth. He sucked air between his teeth. "Fine, join the patrol. That is not what I meant. It is what I can give now." "Then hear the rest now. My hands knowing what to do does not give you leave. Needing me does not make this trust, and going quiet after does not mend it." The needle bit in. His breath hitched despite himself. "Thera." "Yes, do it quickly. I will, but not gently." By late afternoon, the patrol line had stretched thin through the cold firs. The others moved ahead, while Thera caught the smell of blood through pine pitch. "Hold." Tobin glanced back. I gave no halt, and yet here we are. Lean against the tree. I'm fine. You are dripping through the bandage. It opened a little. It opened enough to send half the ridge. If I can smell blood through pine pitch, so can anything hunting us. He exhaled once. 2 minutes. No. Shirt up. You enjoy giving orders when I'm injured. I enjoy not having my patient die because he mistakes stubbornness for rank. He lifted the cloth. The skin around the stitches was angry and wet. Don't prod. If I do not prod, I cannot tell whether you've torn the stitches or merely offended them. Your bedside manner is vicious. My public manner improved after your example. He gave her a brief look. Fair. She cleaned the wound while he braced one hand against the bark, fingers digging into the wet furrows. You should have rotated Ket to the rear sooner. He limps less when watched. He limps more when afraid you'll see it. You notice too much. That is why your patrol is still standing. Brush knocked once to their left, then settled. Both went still. Nothing near, he said. I know. Drink. I don't need. Drink. She pressed the flask into his hand and tipped it when he hesitated. You obey well when weak. Do not get used to it. I won't. Now breathe. That's an order? No, that is me keeping you upright. His knees loosened enough to prove her right. She caught him hard at the belt and sighed. Damn it. Yes, she said. There you are. Don't make poetry of this. I'm making fact of it. Your body doesn't care what rank you hold. For a second, he tipped forward before catching himself on the tree. Only you? What? He kept his gaze on the ground. Only you get to touch the wound. Convenient. Specific. Specific is not apology. I know. From ahead came the faint call of the patrol. Can you walk? If you let go. I'll let go when you stop pretending following a strategy. They moved on, slower. That night, she found him by the river with moonlight, caught on the current, and fever working under his skin. You're shivering. It's night. It's fever. I know the difference. Do you? Sit. You command me more freely than my own lieutenants. Your lieutenants aren't trying to cut your shirt away from infected flesh. He lowered himself onto a stone. Water clicked through the roots. What's that in your hand? Nothing. It is very clearly something. After a pause, he opened his fist. A carving. A wolf. You laugh, and I'll throw it in the river. I'm not laughing. My mother gave it to me when I first slept alone outside the den. You kept it. I kept surviving things. It ended up with the rest. She unwound the dressing. The wound looked worse than it had at dusk. You should have had this cleaned again. I had scouts to place. You always have something to place before yourself. That is the work. No, that is the excuse the work gives proud men. He let out a thin breath through his nose. If I had claimed you at the ceremony before the vote. You did not. I know. Listen. He looked past her, toward the far bank, jaw locked. They already watch for weakness. A war leader tied to a human before permanent command. Halden blood, order command, and then instinct hitting me like a shield rush on a platform. So you put me there instead. Yes, that is not better because you suffered while doing it. I didn't say it was better. I said I was afraid. She stilled over the bandage. You? Yes, me. If they stripped command from me now, the line goes to men who count purity before competence. Wolves die. Humans on the trade road die. You might not even be allowed to stay long enough to pack your herbs. That may be true, she said quietly. It still put me on that platform alone. That is all I have tonight. Footsteps brushed the reeds. War leader? Back to the fire, Joran. I only meant, I know what you meant. Back to the fire. The footsteps retreated. You did not snarl ownership at him. I have no right. No, she said. Not yet. She tied the fresh bandage, gentler now. You want something from me. Yes. What? He looked at her then, fever bright and stripped of most of his usual armor. Think well of me. That is a poor thing to ask me by a river with your shirt open. Dawn found them by the river again, after a hard march, mist hanging low over the bank. Someone's tack lay in a damp heap nearby. Tobin. No, open your eyes. I'm awake. You're burning. It will pass. It has passed into stupidity. Down. I can stand. You are swaying. That is the ground. That is fever. Sit before I put you there. He tried one more breath of refusal and lost it. Gravel shifted under him as he went down. Easy. Don't speak to me like I'm one of your boys with a split scalp. Then stop behaving like one. She soaked a cloth and pressed it to the back of his neck. Cold. Yes, endure it. You are merciless. I am keeping you from dropping in front of your own patrol. He caught her wrist, not to stop her, but to steady himself. I couldn't feel my hands for a moment. I know. Here, drink slowly. She tipped the flask to his mouth. He obeyed. Again. Bossy. Again. He drank. There. Good. Can you hold this? No? All right. Then I will. She fed him broth from a travel cup. I hate this. No. You hate being seen in it. He leaned, whether by weakness or choice, she could not tell, until his temple rested briefly against her shoulder. When it's you, I stop bracing first. Thera went still. Do you hear yourself? Yes. And if this bond is real, if it is what you knew on that platform, will you stand beside me in daylight? Behind them, a horse stamped once, and Tack answered. Aye. This is the question, Tobin. He shut his eyes once, then opened them. Yes. Something in her chest gave before she could stop it. His hand lifted toward her face and stopped short. The river slid between stones. Thera, yes, stay close. For now. The moment thinned. Let this remain between us until the vote. I'll handle the pack in my own time. The cup lowered in her hand. In your own time. It is not forever. It is secrecy. It is strategy. It is the same insult dressed in cleaner words. That is not what I mean. No, she said, easing out from under his weight. It is only what you keep choosing. His hand fell back to his lap. Thera. I will treat you. I will get you back to camp. I will not be your hidden comfort. He had no answer. The river kept moving. By dusk, the inquiry hall was full. Benches crowded the room, and a storm worried the shutters. State your concern plainly. A broad-shouldered wolf rose from the benches. My concern is patrol discipline. We sent wolves to the line, not gossip to the riverbank. Say my name if you mean me. We all know who he means. Enough. War leader, answer. Tobin stood at the front, face closed. Thera Sibley was necessary to the patrol. Necessary? She was the only healer capable of keeping wounded fighters in motion. Capable, necessary, useful. Is that all she was? Tobin, She served under my authority and fulfilled her function. Her function? Listen to him. You'd think she was a bandage with legs. That is not what I said. It is close enough. Did the human compromise you? No. Did your attention to her weaken command? No. Did you scent bond yourself into softness before the vote? Careful. No, answer him. I maintained order. The border held. Because of whom? Thera said. Every head turned. She stepped out from the sidewall into the open space. Because I stitched Bram's lung before it drowned him. Because I packed Ket's shoulder and kept Mara from shaking apart. Because I dragged your war leader to his knees with fever and put him back on his feet so he could keep barking orders at men too proud to lie down. Thera, no. You do not get to make me small and then ask for quiet. A bench creaked. Near the door, one shutter knocked once in the wind. If my hands in your camp offend anyone, she said, count the bodies first. She speaks boldly for an outsider. I'm the one who kept your blood where it belonged. Someone, at the back, gave a short bark of laughter and stopped when no one joined him. Is she dismissed from patrol? No, Tobin said. Do not answer for me, Thera said. I am done after the full pack vote. Beside the benches, a man started to rise, then thought better of it. Thera. She did not look at Tobin again until they were alone in the dark passage outside the hall, rain beginning beyond the arch. Wait. I'm finished waiting on this. You know what that room is. Yes, a room where you stood there and called me useful. I was trying to stop them from turning this into what it is. You can come to me at night, but not stand by me on a bench floor? I did not touch you to use you. No. You leaned on me, slept with your head in my lap once, and didn't even know it. You nearly kissed me. Then they looked your way, and I was back on the shelf with the medicines. That is not fair. No, it's exact. He dragged a hand across his mouth. I kept you on patrol because I needed you. I know. That's the worst of it. Thera, no. Here at Hull this time. I will not be hidden. I won't be talked about like Kit and then reached for when you need warmth. I would rather leave with my satchel and my name than stay and be worn down a little at a time. You would go. Yes. Even from me? I am going because of you. Rain ticked against the outer stone. He said nothing. After the vote, she said, quieter now, I am gone. Keep your pride, if that's what you want. You can keep it here. She walked away. His hand lifted once against the wall and dropped. That night, the full pack gathered in the yard under the moon. Thera stood at the edge of the ring with her satchel buckled and ready. Tobin Halden stepped forward for final confirmation. I stepped forward. Do you swear to hold the border, keep discipline, and lead without fear or favor? I do. Then stand to receive. No. The words snapped across the yard. What? No, not like this. The murmur rose at once. War leader, mind yourself. I am, for the first time. I am. He stepped off the platform instead of standing above them. Boots struck wood, then dirt. He crossed the ring toward her. Tobin. Don't, someone whispered. He'll throw away command. Yes, Tobin said. That's the point. He stopped in front of Thera. Cloth wrestled. Then one knee hit the boards with a blunt crack. No. Hush, and let me lose this properly. At the edge of the ring, someone's prayer beads clicked and went still. His voice carried cleanly through the yard. At the ceremony before the vote, I knew Thera Sibley was my mate. I knew it when she put her hand on the back of my neck and the fever broke, and I denied her anyway. Not because she was unworthy, because I was proud, because I was afraid my rank would crack if the pack saw me bound to a human. No, one spoke. I took her healing. I took her strength. I took the use of her hands by my bed and left her to hear herself called useful in that hall. I let wolves call her the human I would not claim, and I said nothing to stop it. I humiliated her. I damaged her standing. I acted as if her dignity could wait until it suited me. Tobin. No, let them hear it all. The border held because she held it. She saved lives I could not save. She kept me standing when fever had me by the throat. If there was any failure in patrol discipline, it was mine. If there is blame, put it on me. You would say this before the vote? I would say it if it cost me every voice in this yard. Still, no one moved. Somewhere beyond the ring, tack leather gave a small, complaining creak. He looked up at her. All the steel in him turned plain. I am not claiming anything from you. Thera Sibley, before this pack, I asked for the chance to court you openly. If you refuse me, I will bear it, but I will not hide what I know again. A long pause stretched between them. A night insect sang once from the grass. You ask neatly, Thera said. So hear me neatly. No secrecy. Never. No public distance and private privilege. Never again. No using need as an excuse to keep me close, while your pride keeps me unnamed. I swear it before all of them. And, if they challenge me, I stand beside you, not above you. Another pause, then the soft sound of leather as she set down her satchel. Good, she said, because I will not bend my neck to be loved. His mouth worked once before he answered. I know. That is why I might let you try. A ripple moved through the crowd, astonishment first, then something warmer. Thera, he said, and for once, the name was simple, almost unbelieving. Take my hand, she said. You may rise when I am ready to be seen with you. Her hand met his. Only then did he stand, slowly, as if the ground had shifted. She turned with him, toward the ring of faces. Let the pack hear this too. I stay. I court him in daylight, and if he forgets himself, I will correct him where everyone can enjoy it. Laughter broke the tension, startled and warm. Gladly, Tobin said. I expect no less. Then the vote? Someone called. The vote can wait one breath, said an elder voice. Some things need witnessing first. Moonlight caught on their joined hands. My mate, Tobin said, not as a claim, but as a wonder. My stubborn wolf, Thera answered. Together they walked into the bright middle of the yard,